Hey folks, what's good with y'all? What's good with y'all? So, just wanted to say, hey, see how everybody was doing. Yes, it's been a minute since I've done this, so I'm back into the swing of it. So, when words take flight and truth finds light, welcome to I Need a Mic. So, as I was saying in the beginning, yes, it's been a minute since I've jumped on my podcast episode. And just want to let y'all know that I'm doing this live. I'm doing this live. It is going to be on my YouTube and on my Twitch, or if not Twitch, then just on my YouTube. But once I publish this episode will be broadcast everywhere else. That all the other podcast platform that I Need a Mic is on. So, oh my gosh, like I was saying, I've been meaning to jump back on this, to really jump back on this. And I know it's been a minute. I know it's been a minute, but if you are tuning into this live, thank you. Today is my birthday. Yeah, today is my birthday, May 30th. For folks who may listen to this later on. So May 30th, today is my birthday. Um, I don't want to disclose how old I am. I'm very young. That's all I can say is I am very young. I don't look like it, and I'm actually very glad I don't. Um, but yeah. Uh, so today's episode is called "I Need a Mic" introduction to "I Need a Mic" podcast vlog series. Um, And hold on, I'm posting this up everywhere so people will know I'm live. Um, so the reason why I had wanted to do this live, I had a full recording of this podcast episode. I went to the pier on Friday, and it was beautiful out there. Oh my gosh, it was so beautiful out there, but it was very windy. And when I had I had actually just talked to her too. I had talked to my Gma. Hey Gma, and I was telling her about it. And yeah, I was like, yeah, the wind messed up the recording. So she was giving me some tips like how a mother always do. She loved to get her little chicks some tips. So my Gma had made a point that I could do a voiceover on the episode. And I was like, true, true. So as I just literally I just had ended a phone call with her a little while ago. And I was thinking, I was like, that would actually would be, it would have been nice for me to do that. But how goofy I was on the video, I can't really imitate that twice. I'm gonna be for real. I can't really imitate how goofy I was twice. Um, so I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and just do a live broadcast because I've been wanting to actually do a live broadcast anyway. So I was like, yeah, let me go ahead and just do a live broadcast. So this is a live broadcast of I Need a Mic podcast episode one, or I don't forgot what episode this is, but the episode title is I Need a Mic vlog series introduction. And so as I was just saying, um yeah, it was beautiful. I went to the city and it was beautiful. And I do have video. I do have video of my trip. So what I'm planning on to do is and I also had just thought about this too. What I'm planning on to do is I'm gonna present the poem that I'm gonna be reciting in the episode in the video. as I'm just riding on the ferry. So I do have some video of the ferry trip. Um, and I'm hoping that the length of my poem would match up to the length of the video. So I got to work on that after this episode. But let me get back to the podcast episode. So I know it's been a very long time since I've done a full podcast episode. There's a story behind my absence on my podcast, of course. So please, let me explain. Let me explain. So what had happened was, um, nah, all jokes aside, of course, but the last episode was so long ago. I have thought about doing a recap on my episodes, but honestly, I just want to move forward with the plan and get back into doing podcast episodes. So this episode is an introduction to the I Need a Mic vlog series. I will be talking about the moment when I made a decision to buy a camcorder. What are what are my new content subtopics, and how is my mental health through all of my changes? And like I was saying, I do have a new poem for this episode, like how I always do. So sit back, listen up, bring your food, drinks. If you are a 420 relative, light it up. So, so if you are new to the podcast and this is your first time playing my podcast, then of course, welcome to I Need a Mic podcast. Here, I speak about my mental health struggles and life experiences as a content creator and poet in the Bay Area. So, welcome, folks. Welcome. Uh, um, yeah. So when I was younger, I had a sensation for technology, and I was always running outside to get the Sunday's newspaper and look at all the weekly ads and sales catalog. Besides sport toys, race cars, and of course wrestling figures, I was always drawn to technology and the curiosity of images. I I do very much still remember this. So I recall one moment in middle school. I saw a fellow classmate with a camcorder, and I thought to myself, "Ooh, I want that for Christmas." So, like any other kid, I think I was a teenager. Like I was probably 12 or 13. So, like any other kid, I went home and told my mom what I wanted. My request had got shut down, but the memory stayed. So I knew I would have to be the one to get it myself. You know, and I learned that very early on. So as time passed by, I knew getting some sort of expensive technology wasn't in the cards for me as long as I stay living with my family. So I pushed that thought out of my mind. So in 2025, my birthday was coming up, and I knew I wanted something special, or I wanted to buy, something special. Like I knew there was something that I wanted, something that was like I was craving for. So there was a moment when I thought to myself, getting a new gaming console was going to take some time. So I shook it off. So I shook off the feeling, of buying that. Then I asked myself, what was something I always wanted but got rejected for? It was a camera or a camcorder. So I knew if I was going to buy a camera, then I needed to do my own research. And I did. And I said, nah, I want something I can build on for my content and for life. So I made a decision to buy a camera recorder. And, I looked on all of the TikTok shops and of course everywhere else. But I knew I would have had to go to a place I am very, very, very known to go to, because, with what I was, because I was making up my mind, as the days passed. So I was like, let me go to Amazon. I ain't gonna lie to you. I was like, let me go to Amazon. I was. So when I completed the purchase of the camera recorder and all of the important accessories, I knew there were some things I needed to prepare myself for. So, yeah, dude, let's get to the fun part. Get to the fun part. So I'm gonna recite the poem I wrote for this episode. So once again, if you are new to I Need a Mic podcast, thank you for tuning in to this one. If you are interested in wanting to listen to all the other ones, they are there. If not, then hey, cool. Thank you for coming in and hearing me uh, speak my truth and just talk about my own struggles. So this poem is called "The Camcorder Dream." Back when I was little me, I was wild, I was free, no mask on my face, just the real me. I said what I felt what I said. I wasn't trapped in my thoughts. I lived in my head. Mama asked me Christmas Day, what gift do you want? She said. I said, a camcorder, please. That was the dream. That was the seed. Not for attention, not for greed. I wanted to capture. I wanted to create. I wanted to build something the world couldn't take. Mama said no. But that no hit deep. That no didn't die. That no didn't sleep. That no became fuel. That no became fire. That no made the dream grow higher and higher. Because I knew one thing, even way back then, if it comes from me, it lives within. You can block a gift, you can stop a sale, but you can't stop purpose. That dream won't fail. So I waited, not weak, not scared, just loading my spirit, getting prepared. Building my mind, building my soul, building the version of me for the goal. I fought through doubt. I fought through fear. I fought every voice that said stop right here. I stood back up again and again. That's how pressure makes me stronger within. Now, I look back and the picture is clear. The dream never left. The dream stayed here. Technology wasn't just wires to me. It wasn't just screens to me. It was art. A lens for my vision, a tool for my mission, a way for my voice to make a decision. Now, I'm recording poetry, recording my growth, recording the battles I survived the most. Every video tells a story, every frame holds truth, every clip is proof I stayed connected to youth. The same me, same flame. The dream got bigger, but it stayed the same. Now I upgrade my image. I upgrade my style, not to impress, not for a profile. I do it because growth should look like growth. I do it because faith deserves an oath. I do it because healing deserves a face. I do it because purpose deserves its place. I'm not trying to be perfect. I'm trying to be real. Say what I think, show what I feel, because people connect when the message is true, not because you're famous, not because they knew you. So when that camera rolls, I don't see a machine. I see the answer to a childhood dream. I see little me who refused to quit. I got knocked down, but never sat with it. Kept my faith. I stayed strong. I kept walking when the road felt long. Now the dream is alive. Now the vision is clear. Everything I wanted is finally here. Not because luck came, not because time flew, because I stayed faithful to what I knew. And what I knew was simple. My voice is the gift. My art is the gift. My vision is the gift. My spirit is the gift. And nobody can take what was made within. That's why I keep rising again and again and again until every dream I carried becomes evidence that little me was right in the end. So thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Thank you. I know. I know. Yes, 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 yes. I know. Yes, I know. I know. I put my foot in it. I swear I did. I really did. But thank you. I did put my foot in that one. So so if you have it's your first time ever hearing me recite poetry as well too, there's other poems. I had also I also post up here on my YouTube page or yeah, my YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. I uh I post up awareness month poems. So every awareness month, I post up a poem, and just of course, just real quick on just what's the purpose of me reciting writing poems for awarenesses is because it's because I have a merch store. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I got some merchandise out there for y'all. I got some merchandise out there. I definitely will be putting that link in the description, in the episode description. And I also will be putting my Amazon wish list in the description. If you are interested in wanting to support I Need a Mic or donate to I Need a Mic, you are more than welcome to checking out my link tree that is on my profile, whether it's on my YouTube profile, whether it's on my Spotify profile, whether it's on my Instagram, TikTok profile. My link tree is the go-to link that people can definitely click on to see everything of what I have going on, including the merch, including the Amazon wish list, and including all of the all the podcast platforms that I have on there. So it's there, it's all there. So I just wanted I wanted to just put that out there real quick for folks who are new to tune into I Need a Mic podcast. So when I started the podcast episodes, I knew the energy I felt when I completed the writing. It was an experience I loved because of the healing process I was going through. But my mental, emotional, and physical health always paid the price. So that's why I don't have a set podcast schedule. You know, like I'm gonna be for real, y'all. It's a whole ass journey. Whew. I mean, for folks who are interested into wanting to have a podcast and want to be consistent in your podcast, I'm a boy for real. It's whole a whole ass journey, y'all. Oh my gosh. Oh, it is a whole ass journey. And, and reason why it is a whole ass journey is like when you come to peace with the story you told, when you add a camera recorder to your platform, like, come on, man, think about it. Like, it's like, I could be I could be I could be turning on the video right now and really be cool with it. But yeah, I'm being for real. And then I wanted to be outside. I wanted to be in the bay. I wanted to record this in the bay, but the weather wasn't cool with me. So I had to just do like had to do the voice podcast, the voice recording, and I love it, but I wanted a video. And the reason why I'm kind of bummed out about it is like when you add a camcorder to your platform, your conscious awakens a different part of your physical appearance. So if I went to the pier on Friday, I ground. I wanted to ground myself with positive affirmations, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Man, like I wanted to I wanted that. It was like I said, I did ground myself. I did ground myself when I went out there, but it's like I wanted it to feel so much special with the podcast. And that's for other personal reasons, but still, I was like, man, I gotta delete this video. Freaking wind messed me up. So I'm done. I'm bummed out about it, but it's all right. We're still here, right? So I was doubtful at first when I had my camcorder, but when I remember how I would prepare myself before I went on the mic or on the stage, and I took that concept with me when I have my camcorder now, basically. So yes, I still experience a lot of, crazy triggers, but once you figure out my weakness, I already made it into my strength. I really did. I really did made it into my strength, y'all. So, oh my gosh. Oh, can't believe I'm getting back into this. I'm getting back into this. So now I have this podcast vlog series and I'm going outside, down the street, across the Bay Sea. It's like for real. Had every freaking plan to do this in the Bay. It's because I want people to see what what it looks like being very open, you know, especially when you are unafraid, unfiltered, unapologetic, still have a heart of gold and a spirit that is too driven, a spirit that is too driven to look old. So yes, today is a beautiful day for me. Beautiful day. So let me go ahead and close this out with this closeout quote. Closeout quote. Oh my gosh. Don't know who said this, but whoever did, thank you. Confidence begins when you stop worrying about how you look and focus on what you have to share. So let me say it again for somebody in the back. Yes, that's in a four back. Yes, you back there. Yes. Confidence begins when you stop worrying about how you look and focus on what you have to share. Yes, 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 yes. Oh my gosh. So now y'all have heard me speak some truth. This is my way of passing my mic to you. I hope y'all take care. Stay safe. If y'all have any kids, y'all, I cannot stress this any further enough. Please kiss them babies every day.